Hello everyone. I just decided to make a small video on how to replace your purge sensor valve. On mine is a 2019 Chevy Traverse LX. So this here is the purge sensor valve. Took it to the dealership. I had an issue with the shifter and with this, and I decided not to pay $970 some just for them to do these things. The shifter I end up getting on Parts Geek, less than $100. That'll probably make another video later on. So this itself is probably around anywhere from $60 to $62 at any auto parts store. I got this at O'Reilly's, came out to $60. So this here I had taken off for the intake, which other videos show that they work around it. I decided to take it off. You don't have to, and you just gotta be cautious not to get, you can say, full inside here with dirt or other stuff into it. Usually I probably have a clean rag, but I couldn't find one right now. And to remove it, you would just have to just pop this up from underneath, and it should lock out. So here it is right there, and just pull it out and you got that out. And now there's a clip back here for the wire connector, which is this right over here. I'm going to pause the video and maybe come back to it. That way the video won't be so long. Alright, I'm back. Well, I ended up unscrewing this bolt right here. It's a 10mm. So I really loosened it up. Comes right out. This is how the bolt will look like. And it comes with the new one. Comes with new stuff. So here's the canister that I got. And it has all the extra nice clean bolt and what the other parts that come with it. So this, you just kind of have to give it a, it means real loose in there, but it's kind of sucked in there, so I pop it out, and that's how it is. And it's from Bosch. So as you can see how everything is here. I was trying to figure out how to take off the clip. So this, I'm gonna put the phone down and I'll show you how to do it right back, since need both hands here. Alright, I was able to just show you with one hand. So here's the clip right here. All you do is grab this, pinch it up, and you see here that snap, and it snaps over this right here, that little clip. And maybe I could see if I could put it up with one hand. A little tough, like I said. I'm gonna have to need both hands to do it. There it goes. Yeah, there you go, and that's the connection. Basically just a little squeeze to get over this little hook. And I would say here is it is right there. So you can see, notice, I don't know if they're all the same on the vehicles, because I know this purge valve fits, or it's the same for, I would say, the Tahoe and I believe the Suburban. So they use the same purge valve. And again, I said this is Bosch. And like I said, I didn't want to pay $970 some just to change this and the shifter. So I'm gonna complete this right now, put everything together really quick here. So this is what comes with the new set. As you can see how everything is almost matching up. So this is how they normally come, I will believe. I guess just depending on the brand. AutoZone ran out of them, so I got this one from O'Reilly, and this was the very last part that they had. And here's a part number to it, and if you ever need one, be easier just to ask at all O'Reilly Auto Parts. And like I said, now I'm going to piece everything back together since I have all the new stuff here right before installing it. Alright, and put the parts together. But I would say I would recommend before you put the small one in, make sure you put that middle piece in before you put the rubber hole. This rubber on here gives you a little bit more space in order to put this in. Because I installed it and I tried to put this in afterwards, but this was in the way. So that way you won't have to worry about pulling it back out and putting it back in again after you installing this. So once you put the rubber piece in, throw the metal housing in and the rubber there, and you have the little O-ring, which is, sorry, the zooming is a little off, the green O-ring. Now I'm just going to end up pushing it back in. Probably have to give a little force, so I'm going to use both hands or to get myself a good leverage. So I'm going to put the phone down for right now. Okay, I end up snapping this back in before I end up putting the canister back in. So right now I'm just gonna line it up. If you could, maybe barely could see it, but here's the opening there. There we go, focused, and this is where it's gonna go in. Kind of have to give a little push into it, and went in kind of smooth. There you go. Sorry for the focus. Now I'm just gonna put the bolt in there right now and line it up. Hopefully it goes in just smoothly. There we go. I just gotta find that the hole where the screw goes into. And it's going in. I can feel it now. Okay. I'm gonna pause it. Okay, I put the bolt in. I use this. I screwed it by hand until it felt nice and tight. It wasn't so tight on there, so I'm just gonna give it maybe 3/4 of a turn on the tightness, and that should do it right there. Now I'm just gonna put the hose back on, clip it on there, and you can say it snapped right back into place. So that's about it. Nice and easy. Now I'm just gonna put everything back together. So one thing, usually I like to keep the screws when you take it off. I make sure where you got them to put them back in the correct place. Sometimes the threading with these, I have encountered sometimes that it could be a little off. Sometimes they can, sometimes they won't. But I just want to play it safe, so each screw is going back correctly into the place where I removed it from. Okay, just to give you a little pointer, when you're putting this back on, if you decide to take it off, or you know what, you want to do it like how other people have done it without removing this to get to it, tighten up one side and go directly up to the other side by hand first. Don't over tighten it. Just tighten it by hand with your fingers. So just crisscross it each way, then tighten it with the wrench or with the ratchet. But these aren't really, you can say, really tight. When I removed them, they came off very, very easily. So they're not, don't over tighten these. You don't want to do that and mess anything up. So that's it right there. So now I'm just gonna put everything else back on, and so this is the other part that we need to put back on there. So here goes the connection to the air filter. You see it's a little dirty, you know, after I took out the air filter. Connect the hose here, connect everything back up, and that should be fairly easy. And you just have this connector right here, which is a clamp. So this will just pair of pliers, squeeze it out. Make sure you get past the end point there, and everything else should be easy peasy as you take it off. Hopefully this video was helpful for everyone. All right, thank you. Have a good night.